All right, and we are back for part 2 of the finale of Telltale's Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's jump right back in. And it looks like we're going to have a chance to explore and talk to some people.
Hey, Gamora.
Hey.
You look like you got a lot on your mind.
Oh. I was just thinking about Nebula.
Oh.
When she died, it felt like a piece of me died too. I never considered what life would be like without her, and it still hurts. I still feel so guilty.
Gamora,
But having you here, knowing that I'm not alone in this, it's helped. More than I can say.
Having you here with me has helped too. And you stayed when everyone else left.
I guess we're even then. So, what was on your mind?
I'm, worried about taking on Hala.
I know what you mean, but the others look to you as their leader. Put on a strong face for them.
Like this?
Keep working on it.
So, I have feelings for you. I honestly have, like, within this particular continuity, I don't know that he does have feelings for her. He hasn't said very much about it. I guess there was that option to have asked Mantis, can you sense Gamora's feelings, that we chose not to do. Otherwise, it hasn't been particularly advertised one way or the other, but let's just go with the idea that I will note this very quickly. Given the current situation and the fact that her sister just died and she just talked to you about it, this feels like exactly the wrong time to make some sort of a personal confession here. But in the world that the Guardians of the Galaxy live in, it doesn't feel like there's ever a good time, so why not?
So, I think that we should, maybe talk. Just to talk about, you and me. I mean, I just care for you. A lot.
I know.
Oh, you do? Okay. So, how do you feel?
Peter, I just, maybe...
Oh, yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll just put a pin right in it. Just. That's the pin going in the, yeah. Just for later.
I absolutely regret my decision. Also, with Drax right there.
I wish to apologize.
For what?
I realize I have not been the same since we slew Thanos. It was selfish of me to leave the Guardians. It put the entire team at risk. For that, I am deeply sorry, and I hope you can accept my sincere apology.
Apology accepted, Drax. Don't worry about it.
Good. Now let us repress these feelings and never speak of them again. I will try to redeem myself once again in the coming battle against Hala.
I never saw Kylos in person before I found you. I gotta admit, it's pretty cool.
You keep using that word cool. Kylos' atmosphere has always been sweltering with heat. You clearly have an inferior sense of temperature.
You ready for one last battle?
I do not believe this will be our last battle. But for Hala, it will be.
Later, Drax.
What happens later?
Okay. I didn't think that when Peter talked to Gamora, he was going to be such a goofball about it. I thought that he was going to do a little bit more, aw shucks, listen, Gamora, I know that it's not the best time, but who knows what's going to happen next, and it was just important for me. Yeah, I didn't think that he'd be such a, like a I don't know, cartoon character about it. I know that he gets that way sometimes. It's just, I thought that he felt more comfortable with her based on the fact that, as he said, she stuck around when the others didn't. It seems pretty clear that they're close. Maybe he could have just done it like an adult and not the way that he did it. But,
Yes.
let me talk to Mantis first.
Seeing them again.
Peter, hello. I've been telling Baldin all about you.
About me?
I was just telling him how you rescued me from being held as prisoner back at Emnios, how your feelings guided you to my tomb, and you pried me from my stone prison.
I must admit, I did not think you were capable of such chivalry. Perhaps I was wrong about you.
Peter is one of the most heroic people I know.
Is that so?
Yeah, I'm more of a mixed bag, really. A little good, a little bad.
From where I'm standing, you're more than just a little good.
I'm glad you're back with us, Mantis.
Honestly, I'm glad too. I'm sorry I left before. I was just caught up in the moment, and the strain was too much on my emotions. I know it wasn't for very long, but being alone and surrounded by strangers was overwhelming. If Groot hadn't found me, I don't know what I would have done.
Once this is all over, what are you gonna do?
I hadn't considered it. I think maybe I'd like to travel. There's so much I never got to experience when I was locked away. It would be exciting to live my own life instead of laying down inside a box.
So when he says you two are fast friends, like, since the last person that she mentioned was Groot, I would expect that to be the thing, but no, I think he's talking about Baldin instead.
So, you and Baldin seem to be getting along.
I was trapped for years in a sarcophagus, and Baldin has been, well, dead. It's nice to be able to relate to someone and have shared life experience.
Well, that is adorable.
It's not like that.
I should go. Lots of work to do.
Of course.
Peter has the unique ability to make almost any topic of conversation weird and uncomfortable.
Star-Lord, I was hoping you might come by. I was ruminating on what you said earlier. Do you believe I could be a good leader? For the Kree?
Why not?
Level-headed guy like you, yeah. I think you'd make a great leader. Kree could certainly use it.
Thank you, Star-Lord. Maybe I can reinvent the reputation of my people. It's just, I've been thinking about it for some time. And perhaps it's not as ridiculous an idea as I originally thought.
We didn't really get to know each other that well. Tell me about yourself.
There's not much to tell. I am Hala's only child. Other than that, there is nothing very interesting about me.
I know this is a touchy subject. It happened to me too. But how did you die?
Oh, well, years ago I worked at a reactor, mining and producing energy from my mother's war effort. There was an accident. As far as I know, no one made it out. My mother is different now. I don't even recognize her anymore.
Oh, come on, that can't be true. I mean, you gotta have, like, some kind of hobby.
I dedicated most of my youth to studying Kree history, as well as galactic law, science, and philosophy. Does that count as a hobby?
Oh my god, you are a total nerd.
I think that's fascinating, Baldin.
Oh, Thank you, Mantis.
So, I don't feel good about your estranged Kree, except that maybe he's going to say it in a congratulatory sense, that he is different, more moderate, less bloodthirsty than many of the others that we've dealt with. It doesn't feel like a good, it feels sort of prejudicial. It's exactly the sort of comment rather, that feels like it would drive someone away, make them more hostile towards you because you're okay. It's just, I don't think I am going to say it. Except I'm so... No.
I gotta go. See you around.
Oh, just a momentary blank stare. I am curious what rather than saying you're a strange Kree, what I'd want to ask him is, like, it seems like Hala and all the people that follow Hala are perfectly comfortable with running around and doing a lot of murder. Do you think that you have support from the other people? Like killing your mom doesn't just magically make you the leader. People would still need to want to follow you, and the outlook that you have is the polar opposite of your mom's. They seem pretty cool with your mom, especially since at this point she's probably resurrected them from the dead a couple times. What makes you think, like, that's the way that I would want to phrase it, not, oh golly gee, you're strange.
You cheated.
Oh?
Okay.
Would you like a rematch?
I am Groot.
Hey, thanks for showing me your memory. It put a lot of things in perspective.
Speaking of, what did you show him anyway?
I am Groot.
Oh yeah, Stash Lord. I almost forgot about that upper lip atrocity.
Hey, Groot thought it was pretty cool.
You ready to kick some Hala butt?
I am Groot.
Heh, wish we were all as optimistic about it as you are.
I can't believe we managed to get everyone back.
I am Groot.
Groot says the only reason we're all back is because of you. I'm inclined to agree.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you around, buddy.
I am Groot.
You had me worried back there, Groot. Thought you were mad at me or something.
I am Groot.
What you got cooking?
Yeah, about that. I've been poring over the scans we got last time and we hit the Revenant. Good news is, I know what we gotta do to take Hala down. Bad news is, I don't know how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have to disable that super gun of hers if we want any chance of beating this. Simple, right? No more gun, no more dead people.
Okay. Now you have my attention.
Right. So, far as I can tell, there's a number of key points on the ship to factor in. Here, 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 and here. That's as far as I've gotten.
Okay. So lay it on me.
What do you want to know?
Well, yeah, let's start right there.
This place looks important.
Yeah, that's the computer core, where the ship's system can be accessed. We need someone to hack into the computer. It's vital in getting that weapon offline.
What's this?
The main hull system. You might not remember, but it was filled with those cryopods. And because somebody charged up the Eternity Forge, all those dead Kree are now alive Kree and will need to be dealt with. Big old hallway like this? Great place for a distraction.
What's this one?
Those are the access ways to the computer core. Kind of like the hard drive for the ship. If someone don't cover those access ways, reinforcements will be sent straight to the core and overwhelm the hacker in no time.
Is that the weapon?
Right. I've actually got a plan for this one. It's got a couple of points on the outside of the ship where the energy is focused before it discharges. But get this, these points aren't guarded. They're just out there in the open. Probably because the Kree don't think anyone's insane enough to attack a superweapon head-on.
Sounds like a challenge. But I think we're up to the task.
If by we you mean you, then yes, we are.
Wait, what? Me?
You're the one with the jet boots. I got a slew of homebrewed explosives and deflectors. You'll plant the explosives on each of those energy points, and then when Hala fires the weapon again, boom! It'll blow itself up.
And what if they fire the weapon before I'm done planting the deflectors?
Just finish before that happens. We need our hacker to take down the shields and clear a way for you to plant the explosives. Someone to guard that hacker from any attacking Kree, and a third person to stage a distraction to keep them occupied. But as far as plans go, it's pretty insane. And,
Suicidal?
yeah, that word.
Well, that doesn't sound much different from our usual plans.
Yeah, it's becoming our signature style. Don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, though. Oh, I almost forgot. We need someone to grab Hala's helmet. Won't be able to trigger the weapon without it. It's probably in her quarters somewhere, so someone will have to steal it right out from under her nose.
That sounds like you're volunteering, Rocket.
Oh yeah, tell the 40-pound guy to steal the helmet off a Kree accuser. Be serious, Pete.
Alright, I'll pick who does what. Hacker, protector, distractor, helmet thief, and me.
Yeah, and if all that don't work, guess we'll just have to resurrect this guy and have him chop Hala's ships to pieces.
Good one.
That could actually work, if the forge contains enough power. And if we could reacquire it.
Well, we'll call that Plan B?
When in doubt, let magic save the day.
Oh, call that.
If this doesn't go our way, I just want to tell you.
I am Groot.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, resurrecting this guy seems like it would produce a much, much, much worse problem.
Really? Pete
Okay,
got
so-
in touch with his feelings?
We're ready to do
That
the
actually
computer,
worked.
I think.
I am Groot.
Go
Yeah.
on.
All right. As far as I know, well, hold on. We didn't look at these.
Home-brewed explosives, huh?
Look, Rocket homebrewed a gun that killed Thanos. It's good. So, well, let me read about the Celestials, since this is apparently a big Celestial head. Celestials are the oldest and probably most powerful beings in the whole universe, at least what I was told. Most of what I know about them are from stories Yondu told me when I was a kid, and you know how reliable he can be. The truth is, nobody knows what their deal was. The Celestial all disappeared before any of us were born. Some of their corpses were turned into colonies like Nowhere, and other traces of them are highly valued by wackadoos like the Collector. I'll take a Celestial over the Kree any day. I'm not sure that I would. Person seems very, very, very large. Let me see if there's anything new about Hala in here. Okay, bad run with her, she left me dead. We failed, now Hala controls the Eternity Forge, a relic so powerful that Thanos was willing to die for it. Now she is cutting through the galaxy, killing innocents as a sacrifice to resurrect her long-dead army of Kree. If we don't come up with a solution, soon we're in big trouble. Who am I kidding, we're in big trouble now. Oh, yeah, let's read about Kamaria. Drax's daughter was the most important thing in his life. She still is. Drax and Hovat raised their child to be a warrior, like both of them were. Unfortunately, she never for the chance to grow. She never had the chance to grow? That's like a weird double space in there. It's weird. Thanos came to their world of Kylos, leaving Drax the only survivor. Drax clings to his memories of Kamaria and hardly shares them. As we read about Nowhere. No, we already read that. Kylos, Lila. Let's read about Lila. Rocket tried using the Eternity Forge to revive Lila, but it didn't work. Turns out the Forge can be empowered to do that. Okay, we've already definitely read that. Can we read about Mantis? Our new friend, she's certainly peppy, and since she's an empath, she's kind of like the team's therapist or something. She got a connection to the Eternity Forge, which she's not too happy about. Can't really blame her. That thing is trouble with a capital T. Still kind of peeved at her for manipulating my memories of Mom, but I can tell she's really doing her best. Also, she did clarify that that was not on purpose. Oh yeah, let's read about Nebula. I got to see Nebula's firsthand today with the help of Mantis. Seeing how Thanos treated her and how much she felt for Gamora, I don't quite know what to think of her. She's certainly not that same person anymore. Nebula has left the building and my ship. It's probably for the best. Is that how you've decided to update the idea that she died? So that's another sense that, like, it seems like maybe there's an alternate, that my best guess, just based on how that's worded, there's an alternate sequence of events where she just leaves. Like, she just chooses to go as opposed to being dead, because it's probably for the best. I'm just letting you know, Peter, you probably want to make sure that Gamora doesn't get a look at your codex. All right. Is there anything new about Thanos? Or, sorry, Rocket. I don't know why I call him Thanos. Dun, 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 dun. Rocket left the team after our escape from the worm planet Drobino. He was livid at how Groot got scorched, and Rocket said he was tired of having to stick his neck out for others. I think he felt betrayed by how I sided so much with Gamora. It's not my fault she's right most of the time. No, so set aside whether or not she's right. It's not my fault that Rocket sometimes acts like a stupid jackass. Because that's why I was coming down on him. It wasn't the fact that he sometimes didn't have the best of ideas. It had to do with the fact that he was... Okay, we all heard what I had to say in the last episode. Just move on. I just wanted to see if... is Groot in here? Just because he got burned. I'm curious if there's any information in here about it. Oh, this is alphabetical. I never paid attention to that. Let's see. Don't get him drunk. The bathroom will never be the same. Groot has a plant, a little potted plant that he carries around apparently. That's weird, right? Why would that be weird? Why would that be weird? It's like humans have dogs and cats and parrots that they keep around. Groot is a sentient, sapient plant that also cares for other plants. It makes exact sense. Groot is, honestly, I think Groot might make for a better leader of the Guardians than I am. He showed me how we all got together and reminded me why we need to stay together. He's the best out of all of us. We're all pretty awesome, and that's really saying something. Okay, that's enough codexing. Let's go to messages. I would read the messages. So Yondu says, Pete, what the heck is going on? Rajex on lockdown because there's a Kree army running around. I thought they was dead. Heard something about the Guardians on the comm system too. If you got yourself into some trouble, leave me out of it. I don't need you leading this Kree here. Groot is here. I am Groot. He has sent me some more spam, it looks like. Howard, Bev and I, another Fallings out. I don't really care about Howard the Duck. Sorry. Another message from Howard. Okay, I'll just leave this up on the screen in case anybody wants to read it, because I don't care about Howard the Duck. Pete, I found myself in a bit of a windfall. Things are looking up. For once, I'm paying my Ravagers, and there's even enough to reupholster my captain's seat. I knew we had our disagreements, and I want to invite you, and especially Gamora, to Rajek for meal of your life. Bring what you like to drink, Yondu. P.S. I don't want your critters and weirdos anywhere near the good eats. You and Gamora only. Here's Rooks. It brings me great sadness to type this. I thought we were maybe someday going to be good friends or at least pleasant acquaintances, but after your behavior today, I see that I was wrong. Thank goodness no officers were injured. The higher-ups are considering what is to be done. Please do not contact me at QuillThrill44 after all. I'm deleting that account. Signed, Rooks. Geez, I do remember the character. Oh, yeah, no, okay, sorry. So Peter did write back, hey, come on, don't be like that. And by that, I mean someone who reports me to the higher-ups. I tried warning you. We just couldn't let you take Nebula. It's a whole family drama thing. Trust me, you're better off not getting in the middle of that. Anyway, I'm sorry we disabled your ships and stole your prize. Still buds. Yeah, you've reached an inactive account. Okay, I do remember that. Yeah, we fired on their ships. Petey, I ain't too pleased with the mess you and your crew left all over my safe house. Deadlies and fur everywhere. You know, my Ravagers got allergies they're very particular to. This is the final time I stick my craw out for you. Tell Gamora I'm very available. I think we might have read that. Dude, it's called spell check. Read into it. Drax says, I am no one's subject. My legs are sturdy and I'm independent. I'm Drax the Destroyer, blah, 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 blah. Hello, Peter Quill. I'm increasing my worth by training to become a technical warrior. From this point forward, I will be able to communicate with me without the use of your vocal cords. Oh, okay, no. So I feel like we're getting some repeats here. Yeah, okay. Okay, can I, is that it? Like, where do we go to assign the roles? I don't have a sense of who I want to do what. I'm just not sure how to do it. Oh, okay. We have more options here.
Thanks for coming back with me. I know after that worm business, things didn't shake out so well for everyone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was really pissed. But friends should stick together. I'm sorry I left like that. Honestly, it's good to be back. Just wish it wasn't in time for another suicide mission.
You and Groot make up? Is the dream team back together?
Yeah, we sat down and talked it out. I think we both said stuff we regretted. But we're good now.
I am Groot.
Back at you, buddy.
Are you sure this plan is gonna work?
Nope. But I'm okay with that this time. You guys got my back, and that's all I need.
I've got a role in mind for you, Rocket.
Oh, yeah?
We need him to retrieve the helmet, I would think. So what would he be good at? Well, actually, no, I take it back. Because he's going to be better at hacking the computer, and I think Gamora would be better at retrieving the helmet. I'm thinking Drax creates the distraction, and Groot protects the hacker. I already had those in mind, but yeah, let's have him hack the computer. He's really good with systems.
I want you to hack the computer.
Logical choice. I won't let you down.
Catch you in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's assign a roll to Groot.
If we're going to attack the Revenant, we all need a job to do. You're going to be on protection duty.
I am Groot.
Good call, Quill. Groot's always had my back, and I ain't even been shot once. Not once!
I'll see you around, buddy.
I am Groot.
In terms of distraction, I can't imagine anyone in fiction that can produce a better distraction than Drax.
Hey, Drax. We've got a plan of attack ready to go. I've just got to divvy up the roles.
Of course. I trust you will grant me the most important job.
We need someone to cause a distraction in the main hall and keep the Kree at bay. You think you can handle that?
My friend, if you need Kree to be killed, I will gladly kill them for you.
Later, Drax.
What happens later?
That's a really weird posture.
So, Rocket has this plan?
A just crazy enough to work one?
Yeah, the usual kind.
Not surprised. So what role do I play in this disaster?
You're sneaky. So, why don't you stealth down there and steal Hala's helmet?
Her helmet? All right. Sounds like a challenge. Leave it to me, Peter.
Pete, looks like Hala just entered the system. We're gonna have to hurry.
It's now or never. All right, guys, bring it in. So, here's the plan. We're making a run on Hala's ship to take that super weapon offline. I've assigned each of you an important role. Hacker, backup, distraction, and of course someone to steal that helmet. I will install the explosive, so when the trigger's pulled, the gun blows up right in Hala's face.
This will require everyone to work together flawlessly. I do not believe I have seen that happen. Ever. Are you sure this plan will work?
Yeah, we ain't exactly got a stellar track record when it comes to plans going our way.
The thing is, I really do
I
trust them.
each and every one of you to do what you do best. Now, things will go wrong. They always do. But we'll figure it out as we go. We have everyone we need to do that right here.
Uh-oh, here comes a patented quill speech.
I mean, look at Rocket.
Damn it. Should not have drawn attention to myself.
What should I be looking at?
There's nothing that you can't fix. I've seen you make technological miracles out of a handful of trash. Literal trash. I mean, that's amazing.
Oh, Peter, over here! It's me, Drax, the Destroyer. I volunteer to go next.
Oh, I could never forget you, big guy.
Do not hold back. Tell me what I am. Oh, this should be enjoyable.
This guy is practically invincible. I mean, the galaxy's thrown all kinds of crap at him, and it bounces right off.
This is not true. If it was, I would not have needed several showers after we escaped that worm.
Was that a failure? Did I mess up?
And Gamora.
Peter.
The moral compass. For every one of us.
Peter.
We'd all be in prison if it weren't for her. Well, we'd all be in prison again. Is what I meant to say. And what about Mantis?
What about me? I don't know what's going on here.
Our newest and most peculiar friend.
We are friends? I have friends? Thank you, Peter!
And last, but certainly not least, Groot.
I am Groot.
The beating heart of the Guardians.
I am Groot.
Ah, right back at you, man. Sure, we have our differences, but we all share something in common.
Arrest records.
Trust issues.
I am Groot. Dependency on oxygen-rich atmospheres to survive.
Not exactly. We're all heroes, despite our best efforts. We never asked for this responsibility, but we're committed to making this galaxy a better place. As long as we have each other, we can beat anything. Hala doesn't stand a chance.
That was actually a good speech.
Yes! Everyone is feeling inspired.
Then let's rock and roll.
I couldn't tell if I messed up with Drax. He didn't seem too pleased with it. I thought that you're invincible, like you're unstoppable, is way better than the perfect murder machine, which could also be a compliment in his eyes.
Peter, thank you for coming back for me. I am looking forward to our mission together. Even if this time, we all die.
That is a lot of ships. Here's hoping everything works out. We deserve it happening to us at least once.
I've got your back, Gamora.
Good. I've got yours too.
Look sharp, guys. Hala's coming in hot.
I am Groot?
No, I ain't a traitor. It's a phrase. You know, like she's right on top of us.
I am Groot.
Yeah, that does sound worse. Hang on, rubble coming your way. I'm almost to the computer core.
I am Groot.
Hey, exercise is hard for you, okay?
Did I mess
Will,
up?
what happened? Did you die again?
Nope. Totally alive.
Fly on, human.
I did not
Guys,
see a prompt after A.
I'm all hacked in. Plus an added bonus. Her computer's now transmitting some of your music to the entire ship. They're hearing that trash over their intercoms. Okay, Pete, you're good to go. Eject it and plant the bomb. One down.
Star-Lord, how is your mission proceeding?
It's going great. It's going less great. About to have some company. Gotta hurry. If they fire that weapon now, I'm host.
Oops.
How's that protection going, Groot?
I am Groot!
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Hanging up now. Heads up! Oh, too late. Make this quick. Down, one to go.
Okay, now the question is, there's the Revenant Bridge. Secondary coil? Hopefully this isn't the one that we already did.
Peter?
I'm on the last station now. Now would be a solid time for that distraction.
I have not forgotten. There is an intercom button here. I shall press it. Greetings to all pathetic Kree warriors on this ship. This is Drax the Destroyer. I am waiting for you in the main hallway. Please come see me immediately. Peter, I believe I have gotten their attention.
Well, looks like that got everyone's attention. Oh, no you don't. Kinda busy here.
Oh! I pressed left trigger because he pulled out his other gun. I just did it reflexively. Why? Okay, we'll just do it again. He made such a big show of pulling out his other gun. I was like, oh, this one will definitely be left trigger.
Oh, no you don't.
Okay, right trigger is the weapon in his right
Kinda
arm.
busy here.
He still fires.
Thank you. Rocket, all charges are planted. Pressed?
Marginally. Once one of the Kree fires that weapon, the whole ship's gonna go, holy crap, that's a huge explosion.
Yeah, I think that distraction worked a little too well. There are no more Kree on the bridge.
What? Looks like someone just volunteered to go hit that button then.
Do I have to do everything myself?
I managed to get the helmet. Now what, Rocket?
Launch it out an airlock.
Wait a minute. You never actually needed the helmet, did you?
Nope. But now Holla's gonna be looking for it, and it'll be spinning through space.
Rocket!
What?
Oh, come on!
heading for the bridge. Hey, Pete, you better get ready.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
How do you like that?
This ends now.
Bring it.
I am perfectly okay with that.
Weapon to kill you. Do you not see? This is the end. Everything you have done is futile. Admit it. You have been defeated.
B! Shit! I accidentally pressed Y first. It was very kind of it to give that to me. Right trigger, yep. Maybe don't shoot her in the sword, though. Looks good to me. Yep. The move the cursor ones, crap! The move the cursor ones tend to get me. B. X. I feel like I pressed X. Okay. A. B. Oh, I like this plan. Yes. I really like the team up fight scenes like this. I want to be tapping something. X. Do it. Brute, do the thing.
It is not over.
Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt!
This is incredible!
Thanks for wanting to do this, baby. Can't imagine being in some sterile hospital. Missing out on this view.
Screw that place. They don't know what you need.
Yeah, you said it. Sometimes what the body needs and what the soul needs are very different things. You, me, the stars. This is my happy place. Hey, you want to build it back up a bit?
Can I use the lighter fluid?
Come on. That's for amateurs. Don't let it burn out. Hey, how else are we gonna roast marshmallows? There you go. You've almost got it.
Huh. Didn't even have to use the lighter fluid.
Well done. No missing eyebrows for you tonight. Fire's looking low, hon. You wanna build it back up a bit?
What are you trying to say?
The fire. Look how low it is. That's strange. I could have sworn
Mom.
I shouldn't have brought you out here. I just wanted one last weekend with you. It was reckless. I wasn't thinking straight.
No matter what happens, I'm glad we came.
I'm sorry, Peter. I just didn't want you to forget who I really was. I don't want you to remember me like that, okay? I'm still me.
You'll always be my mom. I could never forget that. I love you.
Now, why don't you build up that fire a little bit, huh?
Oh, God.
It's starting to get low.
Mom.
Thrilling! Ha! I feel so alive.
We're happy for you, Drex, but I think I can smell my fur burning.
Stay sharp. We don't know where.
This is not over.
Really? We have to keep doing this? Give up already!
It don't look like she's in any mood to give up, Pete.
Where is my son?
I'm right here.
Badin!
It would bring me immense joy to spill your son's blood.
Well, look at that timing. So, you gonna drop your weapon or what?
Dust! You may have destroyed my ship and stolen the Eternity Forge, but I still have my armada surrounding us. Unless you have a weapon that can destroy all of them, I still have the advantage. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Pete, you're not serious.
For once, he does not look like he is joking.
You can end this now by calling off your armada, or I'll end it for you. Last chance.
It has always been our last chance. We will not lay down our arms now.
Accuser, the Celestial.
It seems to be reacting. What are your orders?
Continue firing.
You have to stand down!
Stand down? Ah, you have turned my own blood against me. He has forgotten what it means to be Kree.
Me? I am thinking clearly. You are out of control! Call off your fleet! It's over!
You are bluffing. You cannot destroy them all. I have revived our civilization from the ashes, and I will lead them to glory once again. We were born into war. We are not afraid of one Celestial.
Star-Lord, listen to me! Let me lead the Kree instead!
You lead the Kree? Don't be ridiculous, Baldin. You are much too naive.
Under my rule, the Kree would have a chance at normal lives, instead of being in perpetual war!
War is normal. It is in the blood of all beings, whether they admit it or not.
Death only brings more death.
I am Groot!
Your weakness will corrupt our people and lead to their downfall.
Everyone deserves a second chance, and that starts with Baldin. He should lead the Kree.
Thank you.
How dare you! I refuse to hand my title over to a child! The thought is preposterous!
Surely letting me take command of the Kree is preferable to our extinction!
This is the deal, Hala. Step down or watch an angry celestial head obliterate your armada. Take it or leave it. You know the consequences. This isn't a we're not so different you and I moment. In fact, we are very different. I don't believe killing others is the only way to get ahead in this world. That's not my style.
I hope I am wrong about you, Star-Lord. You have my surrender. This is Hala, the Accuser. All ships, stand down. I have surrendered my title to my son, Baldin. He shall lead the Kree.
The Accuser has surrendered? How is that? Cease fire! All ships, stand down! You had the power to eliminate all Kree, but you showed mercy instead. I will not forget this. I know I have no right to ask for one more favor, but I would like to take my mother into custody.
She killed my sister. She blew up a planet. Hala must face justice for her crimes.
Do what you will. It does not matter to me anymore. I have lost. The judgment is yours.
Please, she is one of our own. My first order as leader will be to see her punished.
Nope, sorry.
The Nova Corps should take custody of Hala. They'll have a place for someone like her.
I understand. My people owe you a great debt they can never repay. It will be a long road. But I will show the galaxy that the Kree can be trusted from now on, not feared.
It's been real, man.
I don't even know what that means.
For generations, my people will tell the legend of what happened this day.
I can't get that image of Hala out of my mind. She looked so broken. Lost. We did the right thing, didn't we?
We saved lives, Gamora. If we hadn't done what we did, a lot more innocent people would be dead right now.
You're right. I think I could use a drink.
I am Groot.
Yeah. Let's go.
Was that Baldin in that what appeared to be a Nova Corps ship? Like, why did we get a shot of that ship taking off?
Hello? You guys still open?
If there's booze on the shelf, they're open.
Hey! Can I come out now? Is it over?
Yes, you can stop cowering like a baby.
And we're all pretty thirsty.
I know now isn't the best time, but, you still haven't paid your tab.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, oh, you know what? I left my wallet in my other red leather jacket. So...
Yeah, my bar wouldn't even be here if it weren't for you. Just consider your tab forgiven, okay?
What is this? It tastes terrible!
I am Groot?
Tastes like victory.
Victory tastes like... burning.
All right. Fill her up.
Actually, the forge is already full. There's still a charge in it, but its power is fading. It can only be used for one more revival. I'm sorry. It won't be able to bring back all your loved ones.
I am Groot.
Groot says you should use the forge for your mom.
Mm-hmm.
I am Groot.
Since you got us back together.
I am Groot.
I couldn't do that. Everyone has lost someone important to them.
The forge was severely damaged when you crashed the Revenant into nowhere. If you wish to use it, you need to do it now.
I'm not sure I need it anymore. Then again, Drax lost his daughter. Seems pretty important to bring her back.
Yes, but the cyborg was Gamora's true kin. It should be her.
Ah, for the 1000th time, her name's Nebula.
Yes, the cyborg Nebula.
Thank you, Drax. What about Lila? You loved her.
Guess I'm done being the selfish one. Really, Drax, it should be you.
It should be you.
After everything we've been through, are we seriously still arguing?
No, we're just agreeing strongly. This is an anti-argument. I just got one of those voices that always sounds like I'm angry.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
There isn't much time left. The forge is dying. If you wish to use it, you need to do it now.
Sorry, this is actually an incredibly easy choice.
I'd like to bring Kamaria back. For Drax. They can complete the warrior's path together.
Peter, I do not know what to say, so I will just stare at you powerfully, as lovers do.
Take my hand. I want you to think of your fondest memory of Kamaria, the moment when you two were happiest. Where am I? Papa?
Kamaria. I thought of you every day, and every night, and all the times in between.
Papa, it's okay. I'm here. You can let go of me.
Never. I will never let you go again.
The Forge no longer holds any power over me. I don't know what to do, now that I am finally free of it. My life was so entwined with its purpose. With it gone, I feel okay.
We could always use an empath on the team. Why don't you join the Guardians? Officially.
Really?
Definitely.
Thank you, Peter! It will be nice to have a home instead of a box. My head finally feels clear. Thank you, Peter, for all you've done.
I'm proud of you, Peter.
Yeah?
You kept us together after all. I had many doubts it would happen. So many doubts. Oh, daily doubts.
Oh, I had my doubts along the way, too.
It's okay to doubt yourself, so long as you keep going. You did. And here we all are. How about a refill?
My hero.
So unless I want us to get muted again, I'll probably have to chat a bit over this, but there will be no lack of things to say, especially about that last choice there.
You seriously need to tell us when there's a toast happening.
I drink this toxic liquid in honor of the galaxy. May it stay guarded.
I will help guard it. I will fight anyone who wishes to start a fight.
What about to new friends? I've never had them before.
I've got a better one. To vacation.
I am Groot.
Yeah, okay. Family's a good one, too. Hurry up, Pete. My arm's getting tired.
To the best family a guy could ask for.
Strangest looking one in the galaxy.
Hey, I'll take it.
Guardians, this is the Nova Corps. We have another situation. You have to help us. You're the first ones we called.
Sounds like fun. Count us in.
Boy, I really just want to shut up and listen to it. But okay, yeah, the super weapon. Like, keep that in mind because we're gonna circle back to that super weapon thing. According to the news, it looks like they blew the hell out of an entire planet, which is one of the reasons that I couldn't turn Hala over to the Kree. So I suspect we're gonna get some credits here, and what I'll do is, yeah, let me just dial down the sound. Hopefully, I can do that before it gets us muted. So just hold on 1 second. All right. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be much quieter. So, let's start at the end because just that final choice there about who to bring back with the Forge, it would have been harder if everyone had been advocating for themselves. If Rocket had been saying, "Come on, Pete, you know how much Lila meant to me," and if Gamora had been, Nebula was my sister. We never got a chance to reconcile. She died immediately after telling me that she loved me, and I need some way to reconnect with her. But that's not what happened. That's not what the conversation was. Everyone was willing now to cede the idea of a returned loved one to somebody else in the group. And when that was the case, see, this is another reason I got to get through this, because I'm not going to be able to talk about this for very much. Nebula had a life. Pete's mom had a life. even Lila, as far as we know, had a life, and it feels like it was probably a lot like Rocket's, where it was imbued with a lot of suffering. But Kamaria, I gotta hurry through this. Kamaria did not. She was a little kid, and she didn't have a chance to do all of the things that she was supposed to be able to do, and that's why I made that choice. And now we get to move on to literally any other topic. I could sing a musical or anything other than talking about that, because it will absolutely ruin this. So, in other news, turning Hala over to the Nova Corps, 100%. Yeah, like, as soon as, like, it wasn't even like I have no right to ask this favor. The thing is, Hala did not wrong the Kree. Hala wronged everybody else, and the idea of turning her over to her own people to face judgment didn't feel fair. Is it going to be an unbiased jury of her peers? I don't know. Maybe they can go contact the Kree and get a few Kree on whatever that jury looks like. But under these circumstances, from what we could tell based on the news coverage, she and her fleet obliterated a good half of a planet in order to charge up the Forge of Eternity, or whatever it's called, to presumably bring back all the Kree that were manning those ships. And the idea of turning Hala back over to those same Kree, who, as far as I know, have been recently brought back to life with all of their loved ones, and owe that to Hala to face judgment over there, no, that didn't feel right in any way, shape, or form. I will also say that one of the reasons that I wanted to start with that decision at the end was because, as you might be able to hear, just the idea hit me real hard, and I wanted to highlight that because it is still effective storytelling, and I enjoyed the journey on the whole. However, the specific moment when Hala said she just sort of turned over control of the Kree to her son felt wildly unearned. I felt like we were in a situation where she was absolutely intractable. Bring the fleet in, kill everyone on Nowhere. War is the way. War is all we know. We'll go down fighting. And her son said, no, this is not the way. And she says, no, you're too naive. And Peter says, I will kill everyone there. If you don't stand down, I will resurrect the Celestial, which again I felt was a really bad idea. But I will resurrect the Celestial, and it will obliterate your fleet on our behalf. I assume. I don't know why he would have thought that, except that they were currently firing on its head. But go ahead with yourself. Let's just assume that that's what was going to happen if you resurrected this unknowably mighty and inscrutable alien from aeons ago. That's what would have happened. And still she says no. And then then Peter is faced with a choice. Do I do it, or do I turn control of the Kree over to Baldin? And I was immediately thinking in my head, I don't know what authority Peter has to do that second thing, but sure, it's what I would have done. I didn't have any reason to doubt Baldin. Baldin, if he was making some sort of a mad power grab, he just didn't seem very duplicitous to me. Maybe I'm a light touch. I just didn't see that. And I figured, you know what? If it does turn out that he's a bad guy, as bad as Hala, worse, 5% less bad, but still real bad, then we'll deal with that. But I don't know this dude, and he hasn't done anything bad to me except pulled a gun on Pete and not pulled the trigger. So I figure, let's give him a shot. Let's not judge all of the Kree based on this one bloodthirsty person that we know. And then Hala's like, okay, you got it. There you go. Here, I cede my throne to you. It's like, what? Why did that happen all of a sudden? And yes, I heard what Peter said about, like, unlike you, I don't feel like murdering people is the way to get what you want. I hear Baldin say that his mother was harder and more willing to just commit wanton murder than when he remembered her from the last time that he was alive. But he was still working in some sort of a forge or power plant to fuel her war efforts. Like, she might be more extreme, but she's always been a warrior at heart. I just didn't foresee that she would have spent all of this time. Like, another point to it is that Hala's goal was the resurrection of the Kree as a species, as a race, that they had been largely, like, at least driven to the brink of being like an endangered species, is probably the way that I understand it. And here she had the opportunity to bring them all back, and maybe that's what they were going for. That having seen the resurrection of her son and now all of the other Kree, here's what they should have done, because I'm now talking myself into understanding why she did it, but this was not presented in the text. The idea that she had been successful at her goal and the Kree were all alive again, and they had the capacity, maybe, to be a flourishing race among the stars, and she was going to throw all of that away just to maintain control. That doesn't make any sense. That's the opposite of what she had spent whoever knows how long fighting for. So that was why but they didn't say that. That ending felt very rushed. And even as I'm talking about it alive, I've come around to feeling like, oh, that's probably what was going on. But no, they needed another pass on that. On the whole, I enjoyed the writing and the character moments that we got. The one with Groot today was fun. The ones with Drax and Rocket were very, very touching. And actually, the one with Nebula and Gamora was very well done from the episode that happened in, because I thought I knew who Nebula was, and maybe I do based on how she is in the Marvel movies, but I'm not familiar with her from the comics, and this game presented a much more sophisticated view of what she's been through and what motivates her and what her relationship with her sister is. And as I came to realize that, I grew a lot more appreciation for the character, that rather than just being a cyborg ninja like she's out of System Shock 2, she is an actual fully fledged character, and as with Gamora, very much the victim of an abusive parental relationship. So I like that part of it a lot. The one with Groot was just sort of like cute. Here's what I thought might have happened. I thought that in Groot's memories, we would once and for all actually get Groot speaking full English lines, and everyone else would be like, rocket, 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 like they were Pokemon or something. I thought that might have been fun. But maybe, if I were to guess, maybe they storyboarded something like that and it was just silly and inscrutable, so they were just like, we'll keep our presentation of Groot and his speech consistent. So I'm fine with it. I just thought that maybe they were going to seize that opportunity. Let's see. Anything else that came up from this episode? There was something with Mantis that was... Oh, I'll say this about sort of the technology running through all 5 episodes. This is the first Telltale game that we've played since the final season of The Walking Dead, and it is technically a rather significant step down in terms of not stability, but polish, I think is what I'd want to say. It never distracted from the experience. Like, it didn't hurt my enjoyment of it as a story, but it was very noticeable. A lot more animation popping. We saw an example in this episode, at least a couple of them. One in particular where, in a conversation between lines, Baldwin's head snapped by like 90 degrees and suddenly he was looking in a completely different direction. It's little things like that that I was maybe just less cognizant of in some of the other Telltale games, or maybe it's worse in this game. Telltale games that I had real bad technical issues with included the first season of Telltale's Batman and Tales from the Borderlands, 2 games that I enjoyed a great deal, but technically were a big mess. Like they were like, there was one episode in particular of Telltale's the Tales from the Borderlands that was like had characters running into other characters, other versions of their own character models where they were T-posing and stuff like that. I mean, it was a big flummox there. So technically speaking, this was not that bad, but did have some very noticeable animation popping. I like the lighting. I like the art design. All the Telltale games, the art design, like take any individual frame, I think they generally look pretty good. Let's see, anything else that I would want to cover from this episode? I feel like I said, there was at least one thing with Mantis. Oh, and there's probably never gonna be another opportunity for me to just like have this one thing, this one comment. My first ever encounter with Drax the Destroyer was in the first Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel movie, and I really enjoyed the presentation of the character, and I thought that Dave Bautista did a fantastic job. And that comment about Dave Bautista carries forward into the second movie as well. What I didn't like about Drax in the second movie is that instead of just being extremely like literal, which is how he was described, he was just an asshole in the second movie. Like there's this one part where he's like laughing uproariously over how ugly someone is, just as a point of conversation. And I submit that if you watch the two Guardians movies back to back, one of the characters that feels the most different from the first movie is Drax, because of those moments where he's just an unrepentant dickhead. And that's just not how he was written in the first movie. And just for clarity, that's not a reflection on Dave Bautista. He did what he was asked to do by that script. I think that the script failed Drax the Destroyer. Maybe they were worried about, like, just everybody's seeing the extremely literal, doesn't understand turns of phrase jokes. So they wanted to, like, take it in more of a direction that he's very callous. And he's very unfeeling. He's very unconcerned with the feelings of others. But I really did not enjoy that aspect of it. And I liked a lot of other parts of Guardians too. It's a very good movie. But just the character of Drax, I felt, was poorly served by that experience. Another thing, you know what else? Another thing that really surprised me as of the end of this is that Thanos is still dead. I thought about opening this episode with a little prediction section where I would be like, let's see, what do I think is going to happen? And top on that list would have been the Forge of Eternity gets used so much that it triggers an inbuilt like reset mechanic, and it goes back to the first time it was activated in the modern era, and all the Kree that were resurrected are knocked dead again, and all the people that were killed by Hala are brought back to life, and that includes Nebula and Thanos. I thought that the Edge of Eternity, whatever it's called, the Forge of Eternity, was going to be used as a great big reset button to roll back some of the things that had happened. And no, it very much was not. As of the end of this season, Thanos remains extremely dead, and Nebula is dead as well. It is a season that feels like it carries some fairly significant consequences for the characters, and that's cool. As I started off this episode, it is very disappointing to me that we will not see a follow-on from this, even if whatever resurrected version of Telltale there is in association with Skybound Games, I just don't envision that they would ever get the rights to do this again. This must have been very expensive for Telltale to grab, and maybe in some way led to the hastening of the studio's collapse. I'm glad that they got this season out, because I did enjoy it a great deal. The thing with Hala was dumb, but yeah. And I guess, let me just, because I think I'm a little bit more steady on it right at the moment. I didn't want to bring... It's not that I didn't want to. What made the decision at the end easier is Peter had... I guess another thing that I was thinking of is, how would it feel if only one of these people could be brought back? How would we explain to Peter's mother that she was alive, presumably the age of 40, 45. I don't have a good sense for how old she's supposed to be. So that, she's back, so that a young girl who's like 8, 9 years old. I mean, in alien terms, she could be 40 herself. I don't know. But she seemed like a little kid. How are we supposed, like, I don't know Lila. How would Lila feel about that? How would Nebula feel about that? I mean, Nebula has a very, very complicated life. But another thing about Nebula is that Nebula died on her own terms. We had the option to hook her back up to life support, and she looked at Peter with clear eyes and presence of mind and said, no. Is that who we're gonna resurrect? It didn't feel right. So these are the things that I was thinking of when that was the specific thought process that was going through my head when I said in that moment, this is a very easy choice. It's not that I wouldn't have wanted to see all of them come back. I'm not sure that if we would have done Nebula was an affirmative choice. This is the end for me. And I know that if I reached a point where that was the decision that I had made, I would not want somebody with a magic tchotchke to bring me back. I would be very upset if that were to happen. So I would want to probably honor Nebula's choices. But part of what I was thinking was these other characters have had a chance to live their lives. And among this set, Kamala had simply not. And is that Kamaria? I'm sorry, Kamaria. Kamaria had not. I don't know the circumstances of her death. Drax says that she was killed by Thanos. I don't know if that was sort of a generalized strike in the area. I guess based on the codex that we read that everyone was killed except for Drax. I don't know if he was off-world or just extremely tough, but that's what I wanted to say about that. I'm glad that I could sort of circle around in a second. I can click on refresh. Oh, yeah, refresh stats. Yeah, it's still not going to work. And that's it. I will maybe always wonder what kind of end of episode choices came in these 5 episodes that I didn't address, but otherwise, this was a very enjoyable season of a Telltale narrative game. It is not the last Telltale game that we have to play. I can also share that it has been announced that The Wolf Among Us 2 is in progress. I don't know if it will allow you to import your save game. It would be awesome if it does. I don't know that we have the original save game. Maybe that would be one that I would look into replaying to get on the record some of the choices that I had made, and also to regenerate the save game that I suspect has been lost to the ages of time. But in any event, this is not the last narrative game that we'll be doing, and you can look forward to additional episodes of narrative games, again, probably presented in this same format of being pre-recorded, 1 episode per week so that we can put them up and share them with you, but also not feeling like we are ignoring chat. I started off many episodes of this playthrough saying we greatly value getting to interact with you guys for chat during many of the games that we play, but I hope you can see that trying to play a game like this, where there will sometimes be split-second reactions or so much dialogue, it just doesn't feel like it's well-suited to maintain the flow of the story and also engagement with chat. And hopefully you have enjoyed coming with us on this 5-episode journey and engaging with the story with us. So to you in the future, thank you so much for watching this. I am going to hit continue just in case there's any sort of a teaser codex, post-credit sequence, or anything else. But assuming that we get back to the main screen, we will see you then. Let me just turn the volume back up just in case, and then we will hit continue. 1 second. All right, sorry for the silence. Let's go ahead and just see if there's anything. I suspect it's just going to take us back to the main... Nope, hold on. We got something. Okay. His eyes were closed, but it also appeared like he was standing up, so maybe I'm wrong about Thanos being extremely dead. Nonetheless, I have said everything that I have to say about this. What a shame that we don't get a follow-on, and we're going to cut it here one final time, and I really do mean this. Thank you guys so much for coming with us on this journey, and we'll see you again in the weeks and months to come with some more adventures for our narrative games. Until next time, you guys, I hope you have a great day.